Hi everyone, today I am doing the tutorial for this look which I recently posted on my blog and a lot of you liked it. So this is the final look that I'll be recreating. Starting with the makeup, I'm going to do my eye makeup first because I'm going to work with a pigment here and there might be fallout and I don't want my foundation to get spoiled. So I'm going to start by priming my eyelids and I'm using the Coastal Scents eye primer. Primer is really helpful in keeping your eyeshadow in place for a long time. So if you want long lasting makeup, if you want your eyeshadow to not crease, not fade, not fall out, you need to use an eyeshadow primer. Next I'm going to use this pigment by Inglot. It looks very pink in the tub, but it's actually like a rose gold color on the lids. What I've done is I've used this liquid called Inglot Duraline, and you can mix it with pigments to create more of a liquid eyeshadow, and then you can apply it all over your lid like I've applied here. It basically removes that messiness of using a dry pigment and also makes the pigment last longer on the lids. To blend the color in the crease, I'm using the copper shade from the NARS eyeshadow duo in Surabaya, and I'm using a MAC 217 brush just to apply a little bit of that color in the crease and to have like a smooth gradient. I'm going to use the same shade along my lower lash line as well. Spend a little time in blending till you see no harsh edges and everything looks smooth and even. To highlight, I'm going to use this Makeup Forever Star Powder. It's the shade number 902 and it's like a translucent gold pigment. It's a really pretty highlighter for the Indian skin. So I'm using this in the inner corner and the tear duct area, and you can see it instantly brightens up my eyes. I'm also using this in the brow bone area. Next I'm going to use the Colorbar Just Smoky Kajal. I'm going to tightline my eyes with this. Tightlining simply means I'm going to lie both my upper and lower waterlines with the black kohl, and then I'm also going to apply this as a liner along my top lash line. I really like this product. It's got a really smooth and creamy texture. It doesn't tug on the eyelids. You can see it gives a pretty dark black color in a single pass, and the best thing is it's quite long lasting, so it doesn't smudge, it doesn't transfer here and there, and it doesn't give you those dreaded panda eyes. I'm lining my upper lash line with this. You can see it's not a very thick line, it's just slightly thicker on the outer corner. And what I'm going to do is I'm using a pencil brush now, and I'm just going to softly smudge this liner, not too much, just a little bit, so that it just looks a little softer and smokier. I'm going to prep my skin now. I'm going to use a combination of two primers here. For my drier cheeks, I'm going to use the Clarins one, and for the center part where I tend to get a little oily, I'm going to use the Clinique Super Primer. So first I'm applying the Clinique Super Primer just in the center of my face where I get more oil and where my foundation tends to break down. And for the drier part of my cheeks where I want a little more glow, I'm using the Clarins Instant Light Complexion Perfector, and the shade I'm using is Rose Beige. Next I'm going to apply foundation. I'm using the Shiseido Sheer and Perfect Foundation on a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This is a really good foundation because it's quite thin, but it evens out the skin really well and it looks pretty good in pictures. It's also has that pore minimizing property, so your skin looks pretty smooth. I find that it works for me in the summers as well as the winters because it's got a really watery texture. When you're applying your foundation, don't forget to apply foundation on your neck and chest as well. Coming to concealer, I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. You need to use a slightly heavier coverage concealer when you are going to be photographed, because any imperfections or under eye pigmentation tends to get magnified in pictures. That's why I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. It's long lasting and it gives really good coverage. After applying it in the under eye area, I'm using whatever is left around my mouth area. Next, I'm going to set everything with powder. I'm using the MAC Select Sheer Pressed Powder. If you have really oily skin, I would suggest using a loose powder because it gives better oil control. Ordinarily, I would use that, but my skin has been a little dry this winter, so I'm using a lighter powder. Next, I'm going to use a matte bronzer, and I'm using this as kind of like a contour, but not a very sharp or defined contour, just to add a little more definition to my face structure. This is something you need, otherwise your face looks a little flat in pictures. Just make sure to not do a very strong contour because you don't want a brown muddy line along the side of your cheeks. The product I've used here is by Too Faced. Next, I'm using my favorite pink blush, the MAC Fleur Power Blush, and I'm just applying this in an upward blending motion on my cheeks. To highlight, I'm once again using the same Makeup Forever Star powder that I used on my eyes, and using a tiny eyeshadow brush, I'm just applying this along my cheekbones, and because this is a gold color, it just works really well with Indian skin. And for my brows next, I'm going to use the Shiseido Eyebrow Styling Compact. I use a darker shade from this duo and it works perfectly for me. I already have fairly full brows, but I have a few gaps here and there, and using a powder helps with that. Next, I'm going to use a clean brush just to remove any harsh edges because of the concealer application, because I want the lower lash line to look soft and diffused. And moving on to the lashes, I'm going to curl my eyelashes and apply the Bourjois Volume Clubbing Mascara, which is long-lasting volumizing waterproof mascara. Don't forget to apply mascara on your lower lashes as well, and to prevent any mascara from smudging on your skin, just make sure you tilt your head forward when you're applying the mascara on the bottom lashes. Moving to the lips, I'm going to use a nude pink lip liner. This is the shade Peekaboo Neutral from NYX. I'm going to use this to line my lips, and I'm also going to use this to fill my lips entirely. This will even out my lips and also act as a base for my lipstick. In this step, you can also cheat your lip liner a little if you want to make your lips a little fuller, or in case one side of your lip is smaller than the other or one lip is smaller than the other, you can just sort of adjust and balance it out. And for lipstick, I'm going to use the shade Soft Rose by Revlon. This is from the Colorbar range. It's a beautiful, soft, warm rose pink color. Works great for the Indian skin. And I'm just applying this all over the lips. And the last finishing touch, I'm adding another coat of mascara because I'm not going to use false eyelashes for this look. If you want to use false lashes, you can always use them. And this finishes the makeup. I'm just going to add a pair of nice earrings and I am ready. I think this is a really nice look that would work on everyone. If you have much paler skin or much deeper skin, you can always tweak the colors of the lipstick and blush to suit your skin tone. I really like this look and I hope you liked it too. Please let me know your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.